Welcome back to the Mobile World Live studio here at Fyuz 2022 in Madrid, where in the hot seat now is Caroline Chan from Intel. Caroline, thank you for joining us straight after your panel session downstairs in the main keynote theatre. We'll come to that in a moment, but first of all, I just want to ask you a bit about FlexRAN, because we're talking about Open RAN. That's obviously the main thrust of the conversation here over the 3 days of the event. But FlexRAN is something that you at Intel are very keen to talk about too. So what is it? Why is it?
It's a brand. It's an Intel brand that we provide the silicon platforms, the design, as well as the enabling software. We call them FlexRAN, which is the layer 1 reference software for LTE, for 5G. We provide with a license to our customers, who then put it together as a commercial solution that's Open RAN. So it's the Intel brand that we have invested over almost 10 years. A lot of engineering, putting the effort, giving the most optimized hardware design as well as software design, plus a very robust silicon roadmap to enable our ecosystem, our customers, to develop a cost-effective, power-optimized Open RAN commercial product.
So sell it to me then. I'll allow you to do that. You know, we're talking about open standards here, and vendor choice for operators in terms of the kit that they deploy. Yet you've got FlexRAN here and saying, well, okay, you can do all of that, and we've got something that's fully standards compliant on the Intel side. So why would you encourage people to take a closer look at FlexRAN alongside the other pieces of equipment that might be available to them?
Yeah, so there is obviously competitions in the market, but we have invested the longest, and it is a very robust software. We have a mature ecosystem that people have been. We are probably the only Open RAN that's out there actually commercialized. When I looked at the Dish Network in the United States, Rakuten in Japan, Vodafone has announced, Telecom has done commercial pilot, and there's many, many more out there. So we have been, given our long history of investment and our engineering effort that's in there, we have enabled many customers that out there actually providing this as a open disaggregated solution. And for example, Verizon in the United States, being a brownfield operator, also uses leveraging their suppliers, leveraging Intel's FlexRAN, and then they obviously add on their own commercial software on top of it. Well, we don't provide a commercial software, we'll provide a reference stack. Then each customer can actually take it, and Samsung has been one that has a public announced Mavenir, Rakuten Symphony, and so on. They use it, and then it produces that final product.
Yeah, and it's good to hear, because as much as what we've been talking about in this journey for the last 6 years in your case has been theory, standards, and so on, actually starting to hear about real-world deployments and starting to see reference designs and starting to see things on the ground. That's where things start to become tangible and exciting and can act, I think, as a real accelerant. What do you see as the next step on the journey if it's to continue the success that it's been so far?
The funny you asked, and I was on the stage talking about it. You know how you feel like you are when you're in the baby infant stage? You have this mission. We had this mission. The mission that we had is to transform the telco industry to be more cloud-like and really getting paid for our investment. And people tend to forget that telco connectivity, your LTE or 5G network, is the heart of the internet economy. How many times you use your phone to do search, to buy things, and Google this and Google that? That would not have been possible. Uber would not been possible if there was not cellular connectivity. But yet, the telco industry did not get the credit it deserved. The revenue has been flat, versus the internet economy just took off like a rocket ship. So TIP was really founded to transform the telco industry. So Open RAN, Open Wi-Fi, and so on happened to be a means to the end. But the end has always been make the telco industry more vibrant, more diverse, and run more applications and services.
Through innovation, ultimately, that's where the vibrancy comes from.
software-like, rely less on the appliance and more on the open disaggregated network. The first few years has been tough, just like any newborns, and you're trying to find your way, and not everybody's rolling the boat at the same pace, and some might even go sideways. But with Iago coming on board as a chairman, and he really made a difference at shaping everybody together and said, this is our mission, right? Either you're on board, you're not. And I told him straight to his face that you have given us some tough love. What's needed? It's needed, just like a teenager, sometimes you've been given tough love. I really feel like we're in a good space now, that all the board members, all the members are on the same mission. We do disagree from time to time.
Collaboration is difficult sometimes, isn't it?
But we are open and transparent with each other. And we just look at all the activities we have today, all the projects we have completed and delivered. We just launched a Metaverse Ready Network Working Group. We have Microsoft joining us, T-Mobile joining us, Sparkle joining us. You think about the new people that started being part of this, that were not on the original journey. It tells me that what we have been doing and delivering and showing the industry made a difference, attracted new players to come in. We just added MTN and a South African-based operator to our board. Right? Before it was all Western world. Now you have them joining us. It's going to change the dynamic, but you bring a new angle, new problem to solve, a new solution mindset. I'm very excited. I think the 6.5-year journey has been a long journey, but I do believe that TIP has way to go. We are at the point now we are going to be able to make a big, big difference in the telco industry.
Creating that platform for innovation, starting to see the real world applications of this. And I think that is borne out with day 3, finally, of Fyuz 2022 here, which is the Metaverse Connectivity Summit. And
everybody's very excited about it, by the way.
I'm excited about it as well, because Metaverse has been something which has really risen to the top of people's consciousness, particularly since Meta was Facebook. Meta's big announcement around about 12 months ago now about this future vision of the internet. And you talk about the internet economy as we know it really being driven by mobile and the platform that you guys have created. Actually being able to look forward and look at what the next platform is and the role that telecoms operators, that the infrastructure can play in enabling that. I think it's a really, really smart move. What are you looking forward to most tomorrow when it comes to the Meta event quickly? Well,
first of all, Metaverse will not happen if there's not a network. To make it happen. So Intel will be actively participating. I'm really looking for a very diverse opinion. There is not a one way to get there. The more debate there is, and I do believe that we'll get a much better solution than everybody just coming, all running down the same path. We need healthy debate at the beginning to how to achieve the goal, to really using network to create this alternative universe that really is submerged on the current universe, the physical universe that we have, and make us a lot more productive, a lot more efficient, and solve some of the issues that we are facing today, like the climate change and all of that things, right? We actually had at a board, we actually had a whole discussion about what kind of member we want to attract. And Meta was the first one that said, I would like to attract Microsoft. You think of them maybe even as competitors, but having a competing interest on the board, on the working group, actually gave a very good, that you have a debate, that your social will likely be better.
Yes. It's very healthy indeed. And this whole thing around collaboration and competition, I think is something.
Co-opetition is the word now.
It's been borne out here over the event so far. Caroline, terrific to chat to you. Thank you so much for coming into the studio, and I wish you all the very best for the rest of the event here.